Another day, another video. This video is part of a larger series where we see what the Jets do this offseason with the second overall pick. And a lot of these videos so far, all of them so far, have been the Jets switching it up at quarterback, just because that's the most exciting thing. We have a video on them drafting Justin Fields. I also made one with them trading for Deshaun Watson. In this video, I had them trade for Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, there's talks about how the Packers kind of want him out after drafting Jordan Love, even though he pretty much won the MVP this past season. Now, whether those reports are true or realistic, I decided to have fun and test out what would happen if the Jets made a real push for him. And so the Jets have 2 first-round picks this year and 2 first-round picks next year. And what I traded for Aaron Rodgers was the second overall pick for this year and then our first-round pick next year. So that's 2 first-round picks, 1 for this year, 1 for next year. And that's how I got Aaron Rodgers. That being said, I needed to deal Sam Darnold somewhere because we didn't really need him. And in the spirit of keeping things in the NFC North, we dealt Sam Darnold to the Bears in exchange for a second-round pick. We traded Sam Darnold to the Bears for their second-round pick. I think that's a pretty decent deal. So before we head into the draft here, I'll show you our free agency signings so we can kind of identify the holes on offense and defense. This one might surprise folks. I re-signed Le'Veon Bell, or not re-signed, the Jets let go of him, but he hit free agency, and I figured, if there was ever a time to bring him back in, this whole Jets organization has been completely flipped over. No more Adam Gase. It's a brand new offense, a brand new defense, and a brand new quarterback at the helm who could really use a solid receiving back. So we brought Le'Veon Bell back just to add some flair to the backfield, and we want to help Aaron give him as many tools as we can. I re-signed Brashad Perryman just because we needed the bodies at wideout. I also really admire his speed. And our O-line is, right now we're riddled with some injuries, but they should sort out by the time we get into the regular season. That being said, if there's a stud prospect available in the draft, we might as well go for it. Here on defense, thankfully we were able to re-sign Marcus May as well as Poole. Let's keep in mind that with Robert Saleh, the Jets are most likely going to be switching from a 3-4 to a 4-3 defense. And so we do have CJ Mosley. He's injured, though. We were able to re-sign Jordan Jenkins, and it looks like we might need a left outside linebacker. We signed Jeff Heath in the offseason, but he will play as a backup to Ashton Davis. And the main point of focus here on the defense, outside of maybe our DBs and our linebackers, will be this defensive tackle position. Again, switching to a 4-3, we're going to need more bodies on the defensive line. So hopefully we can find a stud to line up with this guy. And we needed a kicker, so we got Matt Gay. So I'll run through this quick draft recap of the first round. I like to see when Madden does like a little mock draft for us. And so with the first overall pick, the Jaguars go with Trevor Lawrence. With the number 2 pick from the Jets going to Green Bay, the Packers select Penny Sewell. Next, the Falcons go with Jamar Chase. Dolphins go Kyle Pitts. This happened again. So I made another video, and this happened in the other video where the Bengals wasted their 5th overall pick on Justin Fields. They already have Joe Burrow. Whatever. Eagles go with Devontae Smith. Lions go Micah Parsons. Rashad Bateman to the Panthers. Davion Nixon to the Broncos. Zaven Collins to the Cowboys. Jalen Waddle heads to New York with the Giants. Patrick Surtain to the 49ers. The Vikings select Trayvon Mulrig, full safety. Chargers go with Caleb Farley, cornerback. Patriots take defensive tackle Christian Barmore. Gregory Rousseau heading to Arizona. Raiders go outside linebacker with Joseph Osai. Wyatt Davis to Miami. Rashawn Slater to the Washington football team. The Bears decide to go with an outside linebacker. And the Colts sweep up Zach Wilson. Very cool. Jalen Phillips is going to Tennessee. And then with our pick, we went with cornerback Sean Wade out of Ohio State, and he is a 73 hidden dev. Wanted somebody on the other side of pool there. With the 24th pick, Nick Bolton is heading to the Steelers. The Jaguars look to give Trevor Lawrence more weapons on offense by drafting this tight end. Browns go cornerback Darion Kendrick. Kwity Paye is headed to Baltimore. Trey Smith is drafted by the New Orleans Saints. Number 29th pick, the Bills go Javon Holland. Elijah Moore goes to the Packers, it looks like, with the Packers' original pick. And, another slap in the face to Aaron Rodgers. He needed a wide receiver in last year's draft, and what did they do? They drafted his replacement. And now his replacement gets the tools that he deserved the whole time. Carlos Basham is headed to Tampa Bay. And finally, the Kansas City Chiefs, with the final pick of the first round, go with Terrace Marshall. And now I'll just go through the rest of the Jets picks here. Like I said, Sean Wade in the first round. In the second round, I saw that Rondale Moore was available, and he was the best, not even receiver available. He was the best player available, and I figured let's give Aaron Rodgers some more tools, some more weapons right now, on account of, he is a little older. He's not going to be around here forever. So we kind of went with a win now mentality. In the second round, I was able to get Jay Tufele, defensive tackle, and he's a 72 normal dev. Next, we were able to fill up that outside linebacker position with Azeez Ojulari, and he is a 71 normal dev. And the rest of our picks here are pretty much just depth. I was surprised to see Jason Owe available this late in the third round. He's 72 normal dev. Darius Stills was there in the fourth, and he's a 69 overall normal dev. Yep. And then, Snowden at outside linebacker. I saw Schwartz was available. He's a speed demon. Figured he could only help us. In the sixth round, I saw Shane Buchele was available from SMU. Like I said, Aaron Rodgers is going to be around forever. Maybe he can learn a lot from him. Who knows? And then finally, with the seventh round, we went with Trey Brown at cornerback. All right, headed into week 1. Here's our official lineup on offense. Again, Aaron Rodgers at the helm. Aaron Rodgers is 37 years old, and he's got 3 years left on his current deal. That being said, Madden does not like guys getting this old and let them continue playing. So we'll see how long-lived this Aaron Rodgers-led Jets team will last. Again, we got Le'Veon Bell starting at halfback, Jamison Crowder on one side with Berryman on the other, and I have Rondale Moore there as the third string. Maybe get him some snaps at slot, but he'll be in the mix for sure, and we'll watch him develop as the season goes on. I also forgot to mention that I upgraded our line with Cam Robinson in the offseason. Here on defense, I boosted Sean Wade to start. We draft this kid in the first round. We're going to want to see some action out of him. Again, he's hidden dev. All he could do is progress. So we have him starting over Bryce Hall and Blesson Austin. Here's our defensive line. Our second round pick, Jay Tufele, starting on the D-line. And our rookie outside linebacker starting. Overall, it's 80s across the board, and I think this is a pretty interesting team, and I'm excited to see how they do this season. First game of the year is against the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I always like to play the moments on the first game just to get I like to see what Aaron Rodgers would look like playing in the MetLife. I like to see him in the Jets uniform. I also like to get a feel of the team for this year. So let's hop in and check it out. All right, again, we're playing the moments here. First quarter drive. Let's see what the AI can do. They don't do anything. They give the ball up, and then the Jaguars score with their first possession. Here we are in the red zone. Let's see if we can capitalize with Aaron Rodgers. And we can. Okay, this is promising. Third down. They get a field goal, but they're in the red zone again, and then they score a touchdown. So it's down by 10 with 2 minutes left. Oh, we drive the ball down pretty quickly. Okay, it's a pretty efficient offense here when they need to be. Third down alert in the red zone, and can we score? We can. So now it's 21-17. We're in the lead. Another third down. Fourth down, and we are going to kick a field goal. No, we're in the red zone. What do we want to do? Third down again. 28-17. If we don't let them score, no, we let them score. Okay. End of the game drive. Let's hold on to the lead. Looked to be a pretty back and forth game, but here we are. Aaron Rodgers handing it off to Le'Veon Bell. You ever think you'd hear those words said? Well, that was a pretty great hole by our O-line there. And Le'Veon Bell's injured. Le'Veon Bell came back in, and he's absolutely doing the work. Wow. A lot of really great holes. And we didn't need the touchdown, but we were there. Jets came away with the win here, 35-30. Starting the season off 1-0 is always good. Aaron Rodgers with a pretty solid game, 223 passing yards, a touchdown, and I guess it looks like he did throw an interception. But rushing-wise, man, oh man, Le'Veon Bell is back. 142 yards, average of 5 yards per carry, and 3 touchdowns. 3. Probably would have been 4 if Ty Johnson didn't get in. Man, that was really fun to watch. It was fun to play too. You know, I can't think of the last time the Jets had an X-Factor quarterback. They probably never had an X-Factor quarterback. You think Joe Namath was an X-Factor? And now here he is in Aaron Rodgers. Didn't have the best game, but he did corral this offense. He had a lot of really great drives. And, you know, with Le'Veon Bell back there, if he could keep that production up, who knows what this team is capable of. So we're going to go ahead and advance to midseason and check back in with these Jets and see how they really against NFL competition. All right, here we are at the midway point. Looks like the Jets are 4-3. And, I mean, the division looks really tight. But, hey, that's double the wins that the Jets had last year. Jets only won 2 games. They were 2-14 last year. Aaron Rodgers is, you know, he's having a shaky year. That touchdown to interception ratio, that's not like him at all. Rushing-wise, Le'Veon Bell is doing superb, averaging 4 yards a carry, already 5 touchdowns on the year. Receiving, it looks like Crowder's getting most of the touchdowns, but pretty much everyone has around the same amount of receiving yards, so it looks like Aaron is sharing the ball pretty well. Defensively so far, our first-round pick Shaun Wade is leading the team in tackles, and it's a 3-way tie for most interceptions so far. All right, let's come to the end of the season, see how the Jets fare with Aaron Rodgers, year number 1. Oh my goodness. The Jets only won 1 more game the rest of the season. What could have went wrong? I mean, aside from the interceptions, 19 interceptions is a lot, but like this is pretty okay. I mean, solid year for Aaron Rodgers coming to a team as poor as the Jets are. Rushing-wise, that's a really, really solid season out of Le'Veon Bell. Over 1,000 yards rushing with 11 touchdowns. Receiving-wise, you know, no one eclipsed that 1,000-yard mark, but man, Jamison Crowder with 11 touchdowns himself. I wish the rookie Rondale Moore did a little better. I wish he had more touchdown receptions at least, but yeah, I mean, 5 wins, guys. C.J. Mosley led the team in tackles. Shaun Wade a close second. Brian Poole with 3 interceptions led the team, and I mean, these sack numbers aren't the best. I mean, it sucks to see the team fall off like that. It didn't look like anyone was really injured or anything. I'm really not sure. But, hey, Robert Saleh hasn't been fired. We haven't been fired. So we'll head into this next year with a really solid foundation now. And let's just go all out. Let's surround Aaron Rodgers with all the tools that he needs. Because he's only going to have 2 years on his contract left at that point. So let's see what we can do. Okay, when it comes to end-of-year awards, so far what I'm seeing is on Defensive Rookie of the Year, Shaun Wade came in 2nd place. And our other rookie, our outside linebacker, looks like he came in 8th. Best quarterback, you can find Aaron Rodgers all the way down here at number 9. Best running back, Le'Veon Bell comes in 3rd. Jamison Crowder comes in at 6th for best wideout. Quinnen Williams comes in at 8th for best DL, I guess. Brian Poole 10th for best DB. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I just can't believe we only won 1 game since the midseason. But anyway, Seahawks-Browns Super Bowl 56. Let's see who wins. Browns get their first Super Bowl title 34-31. Cool. So here we are in the draft, and I wanted you guys to get a sneak peek at what we're dealing with here. The first pick for the Jets isn't until the 31st pick. And we weren't able to pick up anyone significant in free agency. There weren't a lot of great wide receivers available. I come to check wideouts here, and I guess the computer didn't scout very well, but the ones that they did, they do not look promising. Same thing with our tight ends. And, I'm looking everywhere else, even on defense, and I cannot find a reason that tells me not to go with Sam Howell here. I would hate to do this to Aaron Rodgers again. How could we just draft his replacement in the first round? But man, oh man, I think it's a steal that he's available this far in the draft. And who else am I picking here? Look at all this. I think Sam could be the QB of the future. I don't know. He's available. This is like, I'm imagining like I'm Shawn Michaels and Aaron Rodgers is Ric Flair at WrestleMania 24. Right before he gives him the sweet chin music, he gives him a, I'm sorry. And then boom. Wow, I think we did that for nothing because he's a normal dev. So I guess we wasted everybody's time. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Aaron. I just don't know what else to say. I've completely and utterly betrayed you. Not just with the Sam Howell pick, but man, this auto scout really screwed me. They scouted none of the tight ends, none of the wide receivers. They scouted all of the undrafted linemen and linebackers for me. They didn't scout the other guys. And as you can see here, this was a mainly defensive heavy draft. And it wasn't, it was just filling holes. Merlin Robinson, second round, turns out to be 71 normal dev. Everyone here is normal, by the way. Everyone is normal dev, nothing exciting. We're virtually working with almost the same exact team as last year. The team that only won one game the second half of the year. Alright, here's our official lineup heading into year 2 with Aaron Rodgers, starting quarterback for the New York Jets. Aaron Rodgers has regressed down to an 89. However, he is still X Factor. 38 years of age, heading into his 18th season in the NFL. And he's got 2 years left on his contract here with the Jets. Le'Veon Bell is still a star. Rondale Moore, who was hidden dev his rookie year, he turned out to be star as well. And the only free agent move we really made this offseason was signing Alex Kappa to our O-line. And hopefully that'll boost some productivity on our rushing offense, which did pretty well last year. On the defensive side of the ball, even through the draft, not a lot has changed here. We're going to give Zuniga a shot at outside linebacker. Jenkins is still here, and Merlin Robinson is behind him. Sean Wade, our first-round pick last year, he turned out to be star dev. Nothing much left to say here. Let's see what the Jets are able to do the front half of this season, and we'll make adjustments as we see fit. All right, this time last year the Jets were 4-3, and now we are 3-4. However, the division is still tight. Maybe we can turn things around. Let's check some stats. Okay, this is better. This is a better look for Aaron Rodgers this season, with only 3 interceptions compared to the nearly, I think he had a dozen. I can't really remember the exact figure, but man, he had a lot at this point last year. So holding it down to 3 is nice. 12 touchdowns and 1,700 yards. He's only going to get more, so we'll hope for consistency the second half of the year. Rushing, Le'Veon is not producing as much as he used to. I guess LaMichael Perrine is leading the team in rushing touchdowns for some reason. And we're spreading the ball around pretty good on the receiving end. Rondale Moore leading the team with 4 receiving touchdowns, which is cool. All right, let's see if we can get more than 5 wins here in the second half of the season. Maybe make the playoffs? Perhaps that's wishful thinking, but let's see how the Jets do. Me, oh my, oh my. We did it. A winning season, 9-7, and we made the wild card. Oh my god, we won the division. Great year by Aaron Rodgers. 4,000 passing yards, 35 touchdowns, which he finished top 4 in the league, with only 9 interceptions. That's phenomenal. The rushing game kind of dissipated this year. I think the ball was shared a lot more between these 3 running backs rather than just handing it off to Le'Veon the whole time. But 5 touchdowns, 6 touchdowns. That's not bad. Receiving wise, Jamison Crowder absolutely went off. 1,200 yards, 11 touchdowns. That's great. C.J. Mosley led the team in tackles. Again, the sack numbers could be higher, but I guess not a terrible year for Quinnen Williams. And Marcus May led the team with interceptions. Totally cool. Here's a look at the playoff bracket, and we'll see what we can do here. I'm seeing that the Packers are in it, and that reminds me, last season with Jordan Love, the Packers finished 10-6, and they led the division. They made the playoffs. Looks like the Packers have led the division once again here. Yep, the Packers did even better this year. Went 12-4. However, the Bears went 9-7, and if you remember, we traded Sam Darnold to the Bears. So yeah, Jordan Love here at the helm, and he had a better season than Aaron Rodgers. But I mean, man, oh man. And when we look at the Bears here, I guess Sam Darnold's not on the Bears anymore. And I guess that's why they made it to the playoffs. I guess Sam Darnold is now the backup on the Houston Texans. Yeesh. All right, well, let's keep this train rolling. We'll play the moments here and see if we can win our first playoff game. Okay, playoff game at home for the New York Jets, who won their division. First quarter drive, we'll let the computer do it. Oh, we turn it over immediately. And the Raiders score a touchdown. But we reciprocate with a field goal. Okay. Another touchdown there for the Raiders. What can we do in the red zone? We can score a touchdown. 3-point game here. Let's see what happens. Okay, they score, and we're down by 10, and okay, this is getting out of control here. Man, oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, I haven't even been pressing anything. Red zone alert. We need to get some points. This could be Aaron Rodgers' last chance. This could be his last game. We don't know what he's going to do. We do have one more year after this on our contract with him, but he could elect to just retire. Well, I'm certainly not doing anything to help here. This is an embarrassing loss. Giving up 37 in the postseason. Okay, cool catch, Rondale Moore, but maybe don't turn until you're past the first down line. I don't know. Oh, it's our backup tight end in. If he's going to catch the ball, might as well keep him in. Well, not fun. Oh, Aaron had 3 interceptions. How did... He had 9 interceptions the whole year, and in this game, he threw 1/3 of that. It doesn't make any sense. Only 1 touchdown, which was me, by the way, so he would have had 0 touchdowns. Rushing... Where the heck? I guess Le'Veon Bell was injured? Is that the same thing for our tight end? Guess he was injured? Well, I had a feeling that was all a little too good to be true. I guess what you can say here is that Aaron Rodgers led the Jets to the playoffs. Because he did. Didn't make it deep into the playoffs, but he led them there. Looks like a Cowboys-Ravens Super Bowl, and we'll check out the yearly awards. Aaron Rodgers came in 7th place for MVP. Jordan Love came in 3rd. Robert Saleh, 8th place for Coach of the Year. Offensive Player of the Year, Aaron Rodgers comes in 3rd. Best Quarterback, Aaron Rodgers comes in 3rd. Jamison Crowder, 2nd place for Best Wide Receiver. And that's pretty much it for yearly awards. Let's see who wins the Super Bowl and who retires. Looks like the Ravens come out on top of the Cowboys 23-20. Okay, Aaron Rodgers has not retired. However, he has come down to an 86, and he's lost his X Factor. They didn't even strip him down to a superstar. He's now a star. He's down to a star. Here's a look at our draft. I really wanted to go all in on our offense here, really give Aaron Rodgers the push he needs to make something happen here in the final year of his contract with the Jets. But Brian Breesy was available with the 20th pick, and I know he's so good, and we needed that second guy at D tackle to really bring some force to our D-line. So I had to go with Brian Breesy. In the second round, I did Arik Gilbert and he is 72 overall hidden dev. I found an outside linebacker in Tamon Fox because Jordan Jenkins is getting up there in age and he's beginning to regress. Got a backup full safety in Cameron Kelly. And then, just more depth here with these guys. Final year on his contract with the Jets. Again, he's been downgraded to, I guess now it's an 85 star dev. In free agency, two major additions were Marlon Mack to our running backs, 89 star dev. And we gave a little boost to our wide receiver core here, getting Hollywood Brown, 87 star dev, 99 speed, 96 acceleration. Here's how the team looks on the defensive side of the ball. We signed Rashad Fenton, 80 overall normal dev in the offseason, just to give more depth to our corners. Here's Brian Breesy, our first round selection, hidden dev, 76 overall. He'll be starting. And CJ Mosley will be starting. He's just going to be injured for another 2 weeks. And Zuniga upgraded to star dev. So yeah, we're an 82 overall, 83 offense, 81 defense. And we'll sim to the mid-season point here and see what's up. Right, coming off a bye week, the Jets are 4-3. At least we're consistent. The division could be anybody's here. Let's check the stats, see how we're doing. Pretty good numbers here from Rodgers. Only 4 interceptions. I like to see it. 17 touchdowns with close to 2,000 yards already. He's on the final year of his contract. They're asking, though, if I want to re-sign him to a 1-year deal. If we make the postseason, I don't see why in real life we wouldn't re-sign him. It's just here in Madden, all he's going to do is regress, and that's not going to be pretty. So we'll see what happens at the end of the year. Rushing-wise, these guys have been a little banged up, and they've been sharing carries. I guess nothing really of note here. I don't know why Perrine gets all these touchdowns. And the receiving end of things, we've got 3 receivers with 4 touchdowns. That's pretty solid. All right, let's zoom to the playoffs and see where the Jets are at. Oh, boy. Well, the Jets finished 9-7 just like they did last year. Somehow the Bills made it on top and won the division. I guess that wasn't good enough for us to make the playoffs this year. What a shame. Well, I guess a lot of teams here went 9-7, and the league was a lot more competitive than it usually is here in Madden. Okay, these numbers are similar to Rodgers last year. Just 1 more interception compared to last year, but 35 touchdowns with 4,000 yards at his age is incredible. Rushing-wise, nothing's really jumping out at me here. I still don't know why Perrine is getting all the touchdowns, and I guess I expected more out of Mac, but if these two are sharing carries, that's 1,200 yards combined. Not bad. Receiving, no one passed 1,000 yards, but there's a lot of touchdowns here. A lot of touchdowns between these 3 guys. CJ Mosley once again leads the team with tackles. Okay, we're getting better with these sack numbers. We're getting better. And Shaun Wade led the team with 4 interceptions. Wow, looks like a Green Bay, Cleveland, Super Bowl. And that's got to be Jordan Love there leading the Packers, and that's got to sting for Rodgers. Yearly awards, MVP is Mac Jones, followed by, in second place, there he is, Jordan Love. Rodgers doesn't even make the list. Offensive Player of the Year, we're not on there. Defensive Player of the Year, nobody. Offensive Rookie, we didn't really have any. Oh, yeah, Reed Gilbert, there he is. Defensive Rookie, okay. Best Quarterback comes in at 8th. Best Running Back, neither of them are here. Wide Receiver? Huh. Kai Becton comes in 4th for O-line. Franklin Myers comes 5th for D-line. Shaun Wade 5th for DBs. So as I sim to see the Super Bowl results here, I wonder if it's worth re-signing Rodgers. He's still playing really well. And wow, look at that. Yeah, the Packers win. The Packers win without Rodgers. Well, at age 40, he's an 82 overall star dev. We'd have to pay him $25 million. But we've got Sam Howell on the bench, ready to go. Okay, you know what? For the sake of this video, it's all about Aaron Rodgers. I'm going to re-sign him. And if he decides to retire on his own, there's nothing I can do about it. That happens in Madden sometimes. You re-sign somebody, and then once free agency is over, they have decided to retire somewhere along the way. So for the sake of this video, we're going to keep him around. Oh! Guess that wasn't our choice. Now, I'd go after Rodgers here, but he himself has said that he didn't want to resign. It wasn't that we couldn't agree on money, it was that he wanted to go to a different team. So if that's the way the computer wants to do it, that's the way the computer wants to do it. I'll tell you what's really bizarre, though. Jordan Love is an X Factor 92 free agent. This game, and he just won the Super Bowl. Runner-up for MVP. Why would you not re-sign him? This game just doesn't make any sense sometimes. Okay, so Aaron Rodgers is no longer with the New York Jets. Therefore, we were keeping Sam Howell in mind while entering this draft. That also being said, our offense is pretty much the same from last year. We have a lot of receivers for Sam, some solid depth at running back. So I approached this draft just kind of, getting depth everywhere else where I needed it. But, when it came to this first pick, Jack Sawyer, I just saw that he was the best player available in the draft. 76 hidden dev. After that, we picked up Jalen Davies at cornerback. 71 hidden dev. And then, Junior Colson, outside linebacker, 69 normal. Ethan Calvert for middle linebacker, 68 normal. And, I say depth again and again. That's what these guys are here for. All right, here's our New York Jets team led by Sam Howell. You can see Rondale Moore lost his star dev, but he's still an 82, not bad at all. We picked up A.J. Dillon in free agency because we needed a power back. We still got Le'Veon Bell, who's starting to regress. And Marlon Mack's here, he's just injured. I think he'll be back in a week or two. Picked up Dotson in free agency. Isn't he handsome? And Gilbert turned out to be star dev, and now he's starting in our lineup. Defensive side of the ball, Breesy ended up being superstar dev. There's Sawyer. Even though he's second string, he'll definitely be getting snaps in. I made a lot of changes to the linebackers here in free agency. Just trying to go all in here. We had a lot of cap room to spend, and looking to make some improvements now. And for those who are wondering, Aaron Rodgers did not retire. He headed to New England to play with the Patriots, and he's wearing number 12. That doesn't make sense. And let's check in with Sam Darnold. Here he is. It looks like he should be starting for the Buccaneers. Wearing number 6, I suppose. Career stats. Interesting. Alright, look, since we have a new quarterback here, I'm going to want to play the moments on this first game and see how he looks and see how he feels, and then I'll sim and we'll see how the Jets do under Sam Howell. Okay, here we go. First quarter drive. Let the sim take over. First quarter drive. Let the sim take over. Red zone. Touchdown. Ooh. Red zone. Oh. Look at this team go. 2-minute drill. Let's check it out. There's Sam Howell. He's number 17 because our punter was number 7 when he was drafted, and he was just a backup. And so he's wearing 17. Deal with it. Oh, snap. I don't know what I was waiting for. Okay. Hey, Sam Howell's pretty good. That's my fault. That's my fault. Alright, they score a field goal, but we're in the red zone again. Now we're going to kick a field goal. No, we missed a field goal, but then it's third down. And then, third down again. What do we do? We're in the red zone. What do we do? Third down. What do we do? Fourth down. What do we do? We score a field goal. Okay. Third down in the fourth quarter. Red zone alert. Come on, man. Third down. Big field goal. Okay, I guess we just ran the clock out there. 17-3, big division win, and we start the season 1-0. Sam Howell had a modest game, and ignore this interception, because that was my fault. I was being stupid. If it wasn't for me, he would have had just 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. But a modest game. Rushing, I guess A.J. Dillon's our main guy? Oh yeah, because Marlon Mack's injured. Yeah, so and I guess he's the second string because Le'Veon has regressed. And it was Gilbert with the touchdown. Okay, this is cool. The Jets are 1-0 under Sam Howell. Let's sim to midseason and see if they can keep it up. Well, we've seen this one before. The Jets are 4-3. However, we are currently leading the division. That being said, only by 1 game. Nothing too crazy here with Sam Howell. I do like the touchdown to interception ratio. However, only 3 interceptions, 7 games in. I'll take that any day, especially from someone it's their first time starting in the league. Rushing wise, it looks like Marlon Mack is back, but A.J. Dillon really put in the work for us. In receiving, it's Crowder and Gilbert tied for most touchdown receptions. Let's see if Sam and the Jets can hold this division lead and make it to the playoffs. Yes, sirree, the Jets have won the division, again, 9-7. For somebody's first year playing in the league, this is an incredible season. 37 touchdowns with only 10 interceptions, over 4,000 passing yards. Rushing-wise, look, you add up at least these two, that's 1,300 yards. That's great. And A.J. Dillon with 11 touchdowns is insane. Receiving, Marquise Brown over 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns. Jamison Crowder close to that 1,000 mark, but he had 10 touchdowns along with Gilbert. He also had 10. And Rondale Moore with 7. And Old Man Wagner led the team in tackles with 123. Freaking Brian Breesy with double-digit sacks. That's why we drafted him. And Mosley and Wade tied for most interceptions. All right, let's not stop now. Let's play the moments. We're going to win a playoff game. We got to. All right, snow on the ground, first quarter drive. Let's see how Sam does. Third down. Oh, I didn't mean to play it. Oh, well, let's see what we can do here. Boom. 3 for 3, 47 yards. All right, that was my bad. I want the computer to do this. Yep, that's a touchdown. Gave up a touchdown, but then we don't do anything. Oh yeah, we got a touchdown. Cool. Hold 'em, maybe. Yeah, it's better than 7. 2-minute drill. Get some points, please. Okay, we're in the second half now. It's a 1-point game, but they're gonna score. Crap. All right, come on, make this stop. Don't let them score again. Oh, now this game is just getting out of hand. Oh my goodness, Sam, where were you throwing, buddy? Now it's a turnover on downs, the game is over. Boom, no, he doesn't want to hold on to it. Oh, his accuracy is not very good. Oof, but this flag's gonna hurt us. Oh, come on, Kappa. Whoa! Oh my god, he had it with one. I mean, catch it with 2 hands. Catch it with 2 hands, Rondale. There's no point. There's no point. What's the point of anything? Okay, the menu's gonna look like this, I guess. Well, we lost 32-21. Sam Howell only had 1 touchdown. 1 touchdown, no interception. 1 touchdown, no interceptions. I can't see anything. Let's just get out of here. Look, he's inexperienced. It was his first season. He led a team that doesn't very often go to the playoffs. I think the future is bright. Looks like Browns-Vikings Super Bowl. We'll view the yearly awards. MVP went to Trevor Lawrence. Robert Saleh came in 9th for Coach of the Year. Sam Howell came 8th for Offensive Player of the Year. Jack Sawyer came in 2nd for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Best quarterback, Sam Howell came in 8th. A.J. Dillon was the 10th running back. Jamison Crowder was best wide receiver, number 8. Mekhi Becton at 7 for O-line. Brian Brees, defensive lineman, number 3. And Williams at 5. C.J. Mosley snuck in there for linebackers. Do a quick draft recap for you. First round, we got this guy, C.J. Lennon, and he turned out to be 76 hidden dev. Could he possibly be the new Jamal Adams? With the second round, we went with a middle linebacker, ends up being 69 normal dev. We got a third string running back, 68 normal dev. And again, this is just all depth at this point, with a new corner at 68 overall normal dev. Middle linebacker, another one at 69 normal dev. A backup center, and a backup quarterback. It looks like Aaron Rodgers has finally retired and has been entered into the Hall of Fame. And I can't find Le'Veon Bell. I think he might have retired but didn't make it into the Hall of Fame or anything like that. Let's go ahead and look at our official lineup here for year 2 of Sam Howell starting for the Jets. 83s across the board. On offense, not a lot has changed. Didn't make any big free agency pickups. The only big change I see here is Jamison Crowder's beginning to regress. He's still star, but he's an 82. And we've got Rondale Moore starting over him, which is fine because Crowder's more of a slot guy anyway. And Sam Howell is up to an 80 overall. He's still normal dev, but he's 23 years old, heading into his 4th year in the NFL, but his 2nd year as the starting quarterback for the Jets. On the defensive side of the ball here, we see our rookie from last year, Jack Sawyer, ended up being a superstar, and I decided to make the executive decision to bump him as starter over Franklin Myers just because I think he'd produce more, and Franklin Myers will still get plenty of snaps in that backup role. Here's our first round selection, Lennon, 77 normal dev. I think he could be a real superstar for us. We were able to re-sign Walker, and he evolved into a star dev, and we signed Uche as well. Alright, we've set the stage. Now let's see what the Jets are able to do the first half of this season. Okay, the Jets are 2-5. Not a good look. But the division could be close enough. I mean, I don't know. This isn't a good look for us. Again, just modest numbers here for Sam Howell. 7 games in with only 6 interceptions. That's not bad at all. I'll take that. It's just, you wish he had more touchdowns and yards at this point. Rushing-wise, nothing jumping out at me. Same with our receivers here. 7 games in, our starting wideouts only have 1 reception each. Reed Gilbert, I guess, hogging the ball with 4 touchdowns. We're just going to sim ahead to the end of the season. Hopefully Jets can turn something around here. Alright, the Jets only went 6-10 this season and obviously did not make the playoffs. The Bills had a really good year though. Again, a modest year for Sam Howell. I do love how his interceptions stay low. And 32 touchdowns is quite a lot, but that's only 3,700 yards. That being said, his quarterback rating's pretty high. It's like a Marcus Mariota situation. Like Mariota would play really good like football. His stats, like his percentages, were always pretty high. It's just like he would throw up minimal yards like that, minimal touchdowns, and it wasn't enough to push the team forward offensively. Rushing, not a great year. And man, it looks like these power backs. Tavarius Hall isn't even a power back. He's an elusive back, right? Yeah. All of the third string running backs have been getting touchdowns. Like all of the touchdowns. Receiving, Hollywood Brown with over 1,000 yards barely and 5 touchdowns. Reed Gilbert with 7 TDs. Jamison Crowder with 6 and Rondale with 5. Our middle linebacker, Omar Speets, led the team with 110 tackles. Brian Breesy led the team with 8 sacks. And first round selection, CJ Lennon, led the team with 4 interceptions. And he's star dev. He ended up being star dev. Buccaneers Chiefs Super Bowl, but let's check out the yearly awards. Trevor Lawrence MVP again. Sam Howell came in 10th for Offensive Player of the Year. And man, oh man, CJ Lennon, Defensive Rookie of the Year. We haven't had a Rookie of the Year yet in this franchise, I don't think. And I'm stoked that it's this guy, CJ Lennon. He's already up to an 80 overall. Best quarterback, Sam Howell, came in 5th. CJ Lennon came in 6th overall for DBs. And that's pretty much everything here. Yeah. Our kickers don't do anything. Ooh, and it looks like the Buccaneers top the Chiefs this time. 31-28. Okay, so we picked up Sam Howell's 5th-year option, which means this is his final year on contract. And so with our draft here, I really got tricked. I was bamboozled. This guy, Trayvon Haynes, I had the 6th overall pick, which I kind of didn't really think about until I was there. And this guy, Trayvon Haynes, man, if you saw his combine, you would have thought this was the best wide receiver prospect you'd ever seen. And he turned out just to be 72 normal dev. And the reason why we went wide receiver is because Jamison Crowder decided he didn't want to re-sign with us. And I thought maybe he could fill up the hole. But I don't know. And we got a running back here in Chris Redmond, 76, also normal dev. And then, Devon McKee, 72 overall. And normal dev. I don't think I really got any hidden devs, and the rest of these guys is just depth. We needed some backup defensive tackles. Yet another middle linebacker and a backup right guard. Okay, so here's the official lineup for Sam Howell's final year of his contract with the Jets. We'll see if we want to re-sign him at the end of the year. Sam Howell's currently an 82 overall normal dev, 24 years of age. His running backs are A.J. Dillon and second-round selection Chris Redman. And again, Jamison Crowder did not want to re-sign with us, so we're stuck with Hollywood Brown and Rondale Moore. And then I found Tony in free agency. However, I think I want Mims to start over him. I feel like in these videos that I've been making for the Jets, I've been looking over Mims a little too much. So let's throw him in the spotlight a little bit and see what he's able to do. On defense, unfortunately, Jack Sawyer regressed to a star development. However, out of nowhere, Quinton Williams is now an X factor, which is pretty exciting. Keep an eye on our strong safety heading into his second year here. I think a lot of big things can come from him. And pretty much the same linebacker group here. Walker kind of regressed, and Merlin Robinson is stepping up to be the starter. Final year for Sam Howell. Let's see what he can do. Man, oh man. The Jets are 1-6. I mean, there's not even... I don't have much hope for them turning things around. They're going to have to win out or at least go 9-7 to give them a chance to make it into the playoffs, and I can't see that happening. Only 10 touchdowns at this point in the year. It's weak. 4 interceptions, it's impressive to keep those down, but man, his passing yardage isn't even that high either. Rushing game is weak as well. Receiving wise, moving the ball around, I guess, spreading it pretty evenly. But Sam Howell at this point is disappointing. If we keep this up, we're probably going to have an early round draft pick, and what's stopping us from getting a new quarterback, right? Well, we're going to sim to the playoffs here, end of the season. We'll see what the Jets are able to do. Sam Howell needs to do something big, or else I don't think we're going to re-sign him here. Well, Robert Saleh has been fired, which means things could not have ended well. Let's see where the Jets fell here. Yeah, Jets only went 5-11, which is one game worse than the year previous. The Buccaneers didn't do very well this past year either, but this is not a bad year by Sam Darnold. Not at all. But back to the Jets here. Sam Howell, again, just modest numbers. Nothing's really popping out at you, just super average. I love that his interceptions are so low, but 21 touchdowns with 3,800 yards. You'd want more out of an offense like this. These rushing numbers are abysmal. Was our offense never on the field? Receiving wise, Hollywood Brown brought it home, 7 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Defensively, again, middle linebacker Omar Speights leading the team with tackles. Quinton Williams with double-digit sacks, and Sean Wade led the team with 4 interceptions. And look, hey, I totally get why they fired Robert Saleh here. We have not been producing. Made the playoffs that one time. We made the playoffs twice. And both times we couldn't even get a win out of the wild card. Okay, we got one job offer here for Robert Saleh. It's with the Colts. I'll just go ahead and accept it so we can see what the Jets ended up doing with Sam Howell and all that other good stuff. So it appears that the Jets, with their new coach or whatever, decided to re-sign Sam Howell, who's 83 normal dev. Well, look at his contract. Looks like a 4-year deal. And it was not a ginormous one, because I saw what he wanted and it wasn't a lot. It's just they're going to get a pretty early draft pick. If Robert Saleh, if we still had the job with the Jets, I'm telling you officially, I would not have re-signed Sam Howell. I would have experimented or tested the waters elsewhere, whether that be a veteran QB in free agency or drafting a young buck here. Look here in free agency, they had Bryce Young, 25 years of age, 81 normal dev. Probably would have went for that. Daniel Jones, 30, 80 normal dev, and Russell Wilson, 38, star, 79. And again, the Jets would have had a pretty solid draft pick. They probably could have got a quarterback in the draft. I think this is a good place as any to end this video. Kind of we started with Aaron Rodgers, and then, who would have thought we would have ended up the way that we ended up? But perhaps this isn't the best route for the Jets to go down. It's cool they were able to make the postseason once or twice, but I don't know. Nothing substantial here. So make sure you check back for more videos like this. I'm going to be doing other ones where maybe they get Jimmy Garoppolo, a lot of San Francisco guys heading to New York now, or perhaps they draft Zach Wilson or Trey Lance, Mac Jones, or maybe they stick with Sam Darnold and they draft Jamar Chase or Kyle Pitts. Who knows? There's so many options. I'm excited to dive in and do more videos like this. Leave a comment if you have a suggestion for a video like this, and make sure to check out bestavailableplayer.com for more cool content just like this.